I applaud you, Armand. I think it's amazing what you've done, and I'm very privileged to have played a small role in helping RVR to become what it is today. And I'm looking forward, with any fortune, that in 25 years we celebrate the 50th celebration of RVR. And by then, it has penetrated more than 40 countries around the world. And the use of these sustainable products become something that households become used to and are comfortable with. Thank you, Armand.
Former director, Jan McAlpine. It's so an honor to have you here in the most beautiful country on earth.
Absolutely.
It is, huh?
Yes, it is.
It's
beautiful.
Switzerland, isn't it?
Switzerland is the best.
Helsinki criteria, who was actually born out of Rio in 92, 93, 94.
Yes. Now you're talking about something called criteria and indicators.
Yes.
And these are criterion indicators which need to be addressed in order to assure sustainability to a large extent.
Then we get this great letter from you by the United Nations. Remember?
I remember, yes.
You remember? And I can tell you now what this excellent letter gave us concerning opportunities, first by our government.
Your government was pretty forward-leaning already.
Yeah.
Your government was already very open to addressing environmental and sustainability concerns with forests.
You see that letter?
Yes.
There was the third letter from the government inviting us to go to the UNECE
Oh, yes.
in Engelberg, hosted by our government.
Wow.
And they offered us, because of your letter, to put 3 to 3 a side event, 3 days.
Nice.
Can you see that?
Are you sure it was my letter? I don't think so.
Yes, it was. I was checking it later on because I said, hey, now it's
Why
going,
did they suddenly do this?
because of the letter of the UN.
Oh my. Yes.
I asked in Bern by the government.
Well, I'm very happy that helped. That helped the work you do. It's so important. So I'm very happy that letter helped you.
And actually, that was the start for us for this great, because we love timber. Timber, we love. Everybody needs timber.
Trees, wood.
Wood.
Timber means cut down trees.
Yeah.
So you love wood. You love trees.
Okay, thank you very much.
And you also like timber, but not so much.
Have you seen this?
Yes. Oh my.
That was the forestry chief from the World Bank, named Andreas Speich.
I've met him, yes.
And he was in different areas worldwide in leading positions. Vagari Matai.
Oh, yes.
She asked him to help. And one day when he came to our Environment Day, he challenged us and said, cotton is okay, but it's not for the future.
That's true. Yeah, cotton has some issues.
Then we asked him why, and he said, I just come back from the Aral Sea, one of the biggest. And he was shocked. He said he couldn't sleep anymore because there was no water. And I said, well, what has the retreat? And he said, in that case, he had to make some research, and then they found out that the cotton industry there, they did not hold any regulation. And within 20 years, the Aral Sea was gone. And then this made us to think, what can we do? And he came up with this idea, and he brought me all the key situation concerning patents, what to do.
Good.
And then as entrepreneur, Swiss entrepreneur, I took the risk and said, okay, now we are going to invest. And we invested 5 years till we had this very nice...
So this is not cotton. What's in this?
That's paper. Viscose. Viscose.
But it lasts. It lasts.
It lasts.
You can wash it.
Yeah, 100 times. And then we make a new tree.
Remember the question I asked you when you approached me to get support?
Yeah.
What did I ask you?
About the water.
And so how much paper is in this product?
99%.
Wow.
It's only this, and this is not.
Undoubtedly you have this patented, right?
Yeah, of course.
When you sit with a head of state, as I have done in the past, and you say, and the president says, I'm very sorry, but this is a very sensitive subject. You say, Mr. President, you and other leaders have agreed that illegal activities in forests must be stopped and that wood should not be sourced from anything but legal sources. And then they have nothing to respond to except to say, of course. And then you have the basis to work with them to develop projects. Now, I don't mean to suggest that heads of state are not concerned about these issues. They are. But as you know, politics can be very difficult. And so, but for them to be able to say, as your firm was able to say, the United Nations has agreed that this is a critical issue. Now they have support to do the work they need to do. And that's really important and has made a big difference. So United Nations Forum on Forests doesn't do projects. It's about policy discussions on critical issues and to reach understanding between 197 governments of the world on what are the most critical policy issues. And so I was very honored to be appointed to head up the Secretariat for this body in the United Nations because it was such important work. And then to find out 10 years later that it had an effect in this important country with so many significant forests. What you're able to do now with this product is significant for forests and could be significant for far more forests than you've been able to effect so far. I am convinced you can make a huge difference in the world with your company.